Hey, all you boys and girls. So, like I said, I definitely had a lot of collaboration ideas and, just little things that I wanted to do just for the new year, just to kind of spruce up the channel, give something new, give a different look, things like that. And so, reached out to a couple different, people that I fuck with and decided to kind of do something a little different and just kind of talk about things, shoot the shit, and just kind of have good conversation and chop it up. And that's exactly what I thought that we did. So this really isn't like some crazy video or collaboration that I wanted to kind of put together. But, this is definitely the first time I've done something like this. And so I decided to reach out to somebody I'm really cool with and, put something together for y'all. So again, this is not like no CNN or no Fox News type of conversation. It's literally just two acquaintances talking and chilling and kind of lounging out. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna call it the lounge. All right, I'm gonna call it the lounge, and it's really just gonna be me and some friends just chopping it up, shooting the shit. So I think it went well for the most part. There was a couple little technical issues, but for the most part, I think it went well. Yeah. So this is just me and Big Ed. We decided to just put something together for y'all and just shoot the shit and talk. All right, all the socials and everything gonna be down in the description. I want you to go check her out. But yeah, hope you guys like it. All right, so thank you for joining me again. So you want to start with like your name and like any socials you want to plug, things like that.
So my name is Ebony. I did put Big Ed at the bottom,
Yeah, yeah, I feel
but
you.
my name is Ebony. My socials are on Instagram, Snapchat, which I can't really add people on there. So Instagram, Twitter, but it's Stokessiss
Yeah.
on both of those platforms.
Now I did see that because I was just kind of looking, I know you got like a YouTube channel and all of that. Do you still like post or like is it just kind of like here and there?
No, so last year at the beginning of the year, I was supposed to start my YouTube, but I never did due to like mental health things. But I was thinking about like getting back into it this year. So it's kind of crazy that you did hit me up to do this. But I don't promote it right now because there's no like current work being put on there.
Got you. Got you. No, I get it because I'm literally like that myself. Like, so here's the thing. I do YouTube. I've been doing YouTube since like 2017. I took a break and then COVID happened. So, I was like, let me just kind of get back into it. And, I just kind of kept going, kept going. At the time, I had like around like maybe 1,500 subs at that point. I now have like close to like 30,000, right? So, but even with that, I like to take breaks here and there because I don't like to be like chronically online like that because it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand what you're saying. All right. So, okay, cool, cool, cool. So I guess, so I did send you like a bunch of stuff. I don't know if like, you said you don't really, know a good amount of it, but I just wanted, like I said, just kind of shoot the shit, and just kind of talk about some stuff. Like I said, I do run a commentary channel. So that's all I do. It's just yap and talk a lot. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
but yeah, so don't feel like you got to be all like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
can you clear?
yeah, good, good,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Go ahead. All right, so I guess really like the first thing because I know I sent you like a bunch of stuff. So I guess the first thing that I kind of noticed right was I guess really the first thing is this whole Fetty Wap situation, right? Like what the hell is going on? Because all right, so I saw yesterday he got released, right?
Right.
So he spent like 4 years, like 4 or 6 years, right? Something like that behind bars.
Yeah, I think it was like four. Yeah.
The second, the second this man get out, his baby mom's is tripping. Like what the hell was that about? Let me try to see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, because
But
I
what would you?
only know
Yeah,
Masika. I only know Masika. I didn't even know the other girl. But I
yeah,
did watch the video, and
she was
she
talking
talked
crazy.
about the other baby mama, I guess, and the
Yeah,
baby. I
yeah,
said, oh, but then gonna say at the end, what she say? God don't like ugly, but she talking about F the baby. So I'm
and,
like, well, what was he doing this whole time that y'all waited until he got out to attack him?
and that's what I'm saying. Like he literally seemed like he just be like he came out and he's just ready to kind of jump in and do what he got to do, right? Obviously, he signed to a label, so I'm sure there's like some stuff that he has to do on the back end. I think he went to his label, and they were just kind of, I guess, welcoming him back. And next thing you know, it was all over Twitter. So where I know I sent it to you. I sent it to you, right? Let me see if I can pull up like a message. Pull up the messages.
Yeah, on Instagram, but they didn't even give my boy a chance. Like he ain't been home 24 hours. He just got out. Let him get complaining about the child support and stuff. Like he just got out.
But I feel like it's also attention seeking though. Like what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't need you to be doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So all right, so I got it. I'm gonna pull it up right here. So Masika, this first time I'm actually hearing about it for real because I don't really be following people's like baby moms and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So first first couple minutes out, she like, I don't play about my babies and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. My kids have been through enough. Let my babies down, and you're gonna see a different side of me. What are you talking about?
That man only been out for 2 hours and got on his back. But I know Masika, I want to say from Love and Hip Hop. That's the only reason why I know Masika. But you do know that she was just in the blogs when her husband died, and
Right.
she was just so distraught. And then with a man 2 days later.
Yeah.
So I think Masika just attention seeking too, like trying to get some motion under her name or
Yeah.
something. Cause y'all didn't get that man no time to even put nothing in order. Like that's weird.
And like it
Mm-mm.
looked like he kind of gained a little weight. So right,
Mhm.
first thing out, and still a bitch ass nigga. Go back. Well, damn. How you how you get out and be an immediate disappointment? And then she says, I hate believing in a nigga that I know I shouldn't believe in, and he proved me right. Proved me wrong for once. Damn.
Yeah, like nobody was saying nothing about him prior, like while he was in jail. So I'm
Right.
like, was he supposed to get out and immediately do something for the kids? Like y'all did not give him a chance. Like,
Give me,
or maybe
no.
I don't know how many kids Fetty Wap got. The other girl
I,
made it sound like he got quite a few.
and so that's the thing, and I'm glad you said that, right? So that's the thing. Another chick, another one of his baby moms said something else, right? So all it takes is one person to say something, and then it just, you know what I mean? It just kind of snowballs after that. So another one, his baby moms, I think her name is Lachey or whatever the hell her name is, Lachey. So let me pull that up too, because these chicks, man. So one of Fetty Wap's baby moms was Lizzie, I guess. So she went off on him too, and she said that he owed her like over 200,000 in child support. So this is what she said. Well, all right, I don't know what's going on with it, but basically it was just a bunch of nonsense, right? So it really wasn't any real need to play it, but she went on and on and on. Like,
Yeah,
so
I listened to her.
yeah, so basically, like she said, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and then tag 6ix9ine, right? And then says pay up, pussy nigga. Now, granted, you see here $218,000 of child support is actually crazy, but here's my thing: can you like? I'm sure you can pay maybe like your child support or whatever while you're in jail, right? Can you?
I don't know. I don't think so because they're
Okay.
not like working.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Okay.
where. I mean, if so, he can't pay that much. They
Yeah.
don't get paid. They get paid pennies in jail.
Yeah. So I mean, but my thing is clearly like, he can't pay that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been locked away for years. You know what I'm saying? So where would he get this money from to pay you?
Like today,
You
just as
know
soon
what
as
I'm
he got
saying?
out of jail, hey, Ben let him record the song.
It's ridiculous. Now, granted, you know, he might have to get himself back together, get himself back right. I know a lot of people want to hear from him, so he could probably release like some sort of single, some sort of like I don't want to say album because album is a little too soon for that. But
Mhm.
he could probably hop on the track with somebody and try to pay that down a little bit. But I mean, would you like again, man? Like this drama, like he was better off in jail.
Like I don't know who that girl is. I've never heard of that girl. So I'm like, y'all really just trying to get clout because they see, everybody posting about him getting out. So they're
Yeah.
just trying to get clout off of that, I feel like, because y'all, that man ain't been out a whole 24 hours and y'all expect him to just have this money or see all the kids in one day. I don't know. It's
No,
weird.
I don't know. But, I just had to kind of speak on that. But the other thing that I feel like a lot of people have been talking about these past at least like day or two is this whole situation with Chrissy Scott and Desmond Scott. Have you been following them? Because I haven't really been following them for real. I just kind of learned about them like yesterday.
Now I don't follow them, but I feel like I have seen like their videos, maybe like on my FYP, because she be like in heels and doing like flips and stuff. So I
Yeah.
have seen her videos, but I don't follow them. But I've seen a little backstory how they've been together since they were like
Mm,
14 or something.
mm. Now,
Yeah.
apparently, they're like really big on TikTok or whatever, and they bought a home together and all of that. But she is filing for divorce because apparently he was cheating on her. Now, again, this is like the first time I'm really hearing about them. But like, it says you. All right, you've been with somebody since he was 14, right? Apparently, she said it was something that was irreconcilable. Like ain't no coming back from it. Now, a lot of people have been saying like they feel like it's not what it. He was cheating with a man and not a woman. So I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people said like I don't know. He kind of been given a little feminine vibes. You know what I'm saying? So again, I can't tell that, but I mean, do you feel like that could be a possibility?
I did see that in the comments too, and they probably doing that because he likes me.
Yeah, yeah,
But for her to say one they've been together since they was 14, so it's like not to say like everybody be cheating, but I'm like, has he not did anything until now? So for her to say like there's no coming back, we can work this out. It being a man sound like that is probably the case because we've
yeah.
been together for 14 years. Since we was 14, we don't stay together, and we just bought a house. Like
Right,
women don't give up that easy. I don't see her unless he's just been cheating the whole time. Her
right.
saying they can come back from it, but it might have been a man. But I did see that in the comments too.
And that's the thing. So the first time I saw anything in regards to it, somebody had put up like a tweet, right? Basically saying like, you know, y'all remember that one couple on TikTok with the light skinned husband who has that annoying laugh or something like that, right? And I saw that it got like a bunch of likes and retweets and shit. So I was like, okay. I just kind of scrolled past it. Next thing you know, I'm starting seeing post after post after post. And I'm like, listen, I don't really pay attention to content creator family content, right? Like that.
Hmm.
I can't do it. Like it's just one of those situations where it's like annoying to me. Now, do you like do you like watch that kind of content or no?
Now, not like watch them on YouTube, no,
Yeah.
but like probably during COVID, it was a couple. I don't really, what's the, I don't really remember their names like that. But it's like Destiny. Her name is Destiny, and then I forgot her husband's name.
Mm,
But it's like two YouTube that they were just like couples. They weren't a family. It was just them two that
yeah.
I was following a while ago. But like right now, keeping up with it, no, I don't keep up with them.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's like, well, I just don't know what's going on currently. This is people that I used to follow like
Yeah.
during COVID.
So do you feel so you don't watch him like you don't watch stuff like that no more, basically?
Right.
Yeah. Like here's the thing. I will watch some if it's funny, like on TikTok. If I see some, and I think it's funny or whatever, I might watch like whatever 1 to 2 minutes of it. If it's on TikTok, I'm not watching a full
Mhm.
blown video of it. I just
Right.
can't do it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of them type situations. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I've been kind of digging a little bit deeper with this story. I don't know. Now, granted, she filed for divorce. I don't know. She could just because like Cardi B, she was always filing for divorce, but never
All right.
actually going through with it. So maybe it could be a situation like that. I don't know.
Make them get in line.
I wish him the best, but
Yeah, for
I
real.
just I was like I just kind of threw it in there because I'm like maybe you know a lot about it because I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, And I only
But
seen the comments and same thing he was saying about his laugh and stuff. So I'm like,
yeah.
but I did when she said this, like nothing they can come back from. I'm like, yeah, he probably would did what it mean.
I mean, you never know. But you see what I'm saying? Like, this isn't like it's just like us kind of shooting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing crazy. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I never
but
did this. I'm like,
yeah, no, be it's chilling. You good. But like I said, this is just kind of something I wanted to do to kind of step outside my comfort zone. Like I said, I still got more stuff. I could talk about what you want to talk about, but I just figured it'd be something cool to do. Um, Now, also, you had a bunch of stuff that you wanted to talk about, so we could definitely hop into that. Now, first thing I think you said was, um, let me go. Okay, the Offset Selena Powell stuff. Now, I did see that. Right. First of all, why dudes still messing with Selena Powell? That's my whole situation. That's my question. Why are they still messing with this chick?
oh no, because I don't really know nothing about her except for when she is like on the shade room for
Yeah,
messing with somebody, and I'm just like, y'all be like packing spending night bags. Y'all not just hitting and going on about y'all business. Y'all spending the night. Y'all laid up. Like, is she
yeah.
really a whore?
And that's my thing. Like, she really is, and she's exposed a bunch of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, y'all got way too much access and opportunity to be dealing with the same chick. Like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, now here's the thing, right? And tell me if you agree. I feel like a lot of times these dudes deal with the same kind of chick because number one, they feel like that chick understands how to be around them. You know what I'm saying? And like if they deal with like, a regular everyday chick or whatever, it's a little bit more of like a liability. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a little bit more to lose rather than deal with somebody that's been around, like that knows how to be around a celebrity. You feel me? Like that's the only bail that I'm giving them. Other than that, I don't know why they deal with this type of person.
I mean, yeah, because that could be it, but it's like then she exposing y'all. So and
Yeah,
y'all know she exposing people. So to go like, okay, it's cool. You go the first time you get exposed, you learn a lesson, but you keep going back. So it's
keep
like
going back.
I think she just has good vagina. She got
That's
to. That's the
I,
only thing I can think of.
I mean, I that could be it, but honestly, like, so if I'm a celebrity, right? If I'm somebody that has, resources or whatever, right? I got a name. I actually have like a brain, you feel me? So like I'm not gonna be dealing with somebody who, I don't know if I'm gonna be on the shade room the next day if I deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I see how you do these other dudes. I'm not trying to be the next one. So I'm gonna move past you. You know what I'm saying? I'm move past you. That's just me.
I don't know. She made it seem like Offset needed some money. So
And that's my thing. Like, did you only get exposed if the person that's exposing didn't get what they want? You feel
right.
me? So it's like, what did she want from you that you didn't give her? You feel me?
Hmm.
So I don't know. Now here's the thing. I obviously Offset and Cardi B, like they kind of, they've been kind of obviously they went their separate ways, but they've been kind of doing their own thing. Now, Cardi B got her own set of issues right now. She got her own set of problems. Do you feel like any one of them is like winning in this situation? There's no winning, but do you feel like there's any like winning in this situation?
I don't know. I would say because I didn't even know Stefan Diggs was that bad because I don't know nothing about him outside of Cardi.
Yeah,
So I would definitely say Offset is winning because Cardi had a whole another baby by a guy that's no different than he's no different than Offset. You might as well you're supposed to be winning once you leave him. You know had a whole another baby by a no good dude.
yeah,
So it's like I mean,
yeah,
financially, Cardi winning,
yeah.
but as far as to getting their lick back,
But
I
see,
mean, mm,
that's the thing, right? Financially, she went it right. Cool, I feel you on that. But everything else is she's losing. Like she losing on every single like all right, cool. The dude got money, right? But this dude has like I think two sexual assault charges on him, and then now he done fathered like 80 children. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really winning? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, should just say well Offset sis.
I guess, man. I guess because here's the thing. I knew about Stephon Diggs because I watch football, right? I'm a guy. You know what I mean? I watch football. I know who he is. But you probably saw the clip, right, where his teammates basically all
Mhm.
was saying like, "Yo, like I would never have my sister date this dude. I would never do it." And they specifically said him. Every single one of them. That's how you know it's bad.
Yeah,
The
when the guy
only the only person that said that he was a good dude was Stephon Diggs. Other than that, everybody else was like, "Yo, he a piece of crap." You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it's a crazy situation. But the Selena Powell's that was crazy. Now, what exactly did she do? Let me try to see if I can.
yes, but I did like on Twitter seeing she doing like interviews talking about Offset. Well, Stefan being mad because she couldn't, like Cardi couldn't name the baby after him. It had to because she's still legally married, so the baby would have had to take Offset name or
Mm,
her. So Selena doing interviews on Cardi now, so I'm just like, she's taking this too far.
yeah. All right. So I'm seeing it right. Apparently, they said that Offset is threatening her and
Mhm.
owes her $15,000, like you were saying. So this was a week after she posted the two of them in the bed, right? So she said, made a tape last night and all you heard was him in the video. Offset, you sleepy boy. That's embarrassing. This is very embarrassing.
I
And
think
he's
that's why
sleeping
he
like a
wrote that.
he's sleeping like a baby.
Like,
Like
not that's on Sully, so you got that, because
that's
he is relaxed. Her leg on him, like, girl.
it said if anything happens to me, Offset did it. And then she said, tired of this grown man threatening me almost every day and got me living in fear because he owes me 15K. I tried to get my money back for weeks and all I've gotten is threats. So literally what I said, right? Like
Mhm.
clearly she wanted something and she ain't getting it. So that's why she exposing. So I don't know, man. Hopefully, he not doing all of that stuff, and just pay the girl the money, man. Like it's seriously. And the 15K is probably her fee, because she's,
Okay.
this is probably her fee. That's probably what she charging. But I don't know. I hope these dudes stay away from this chick, man. Because
Please, like
and speaking
it's way more efficient to see.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I agree with you 100%. Have you seen the thing about Zion Williamson? That's another athlete that got caught up.
With the OnlyFans, and I think
Yeah.
I've seen people saying like he keep getting caught up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I seen that.
So Zion is another athlete, right? He a basketball player. So very, very disappointing basketball player. He was supposed to be like the next LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he never he never amounted to it. But basically the first time that he got exposed was with a porn star, right, by the name of Mariah Mills. Okay, and she went on like a 3-day rant about this dude, like just going in. It was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know if you had to have seen it. It was crazy viral.
I don't know if like this is my first time hearing about him with the girl now,
Yeah. Okay.
but I did see in the comments that he keep getting caught up. So
Yeah. Yeah. And the women he get caught up with, all I'm gonna say is this: just to be nice, they're definitely not the best looking people. I'm gonna just be nice. You know what I mean? This chick apparently she exposed them all for it was like over $2,000, and then she
I think it was
posted
only 2,000, and she only had
only,
600 in her
and she
account.
only had $600. I'm like, yo, you crazy? Are you crazy? You just expose yourself trying to
Oh,
expose somebody else. Like, and so somebody said, see, this is why I mean, it's crazy, but it's kind of true when you think about it. So these are clearly prostitutes, right? That he's with, and it's like this is why prostitutes need pimps because y'all clearly don't know how to manage yourself. Like this is crazy. You messing up the money. You could have got 20,000 instead of 2,000. Like what are you doing?
I ain't 2,000 from NBA. You say he in the NBA, right?
Yes,
You only got 2,000. Like,
you could have got
girl,
200,000. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy, but Zion definitely got to do better. That's all I'm gonna say. He got to do better. Like, dude, you are worth millions of dollars, dude. what are you doing?
I wonder why do they choose OnlyFans prostitutes? Well, I guess that's somebody you could just easily call up instead of
Yeah.
going through the whole dating thing.
So here's the thing, right? I think that they do that because number one, a lot of them are young, right? So I think Zion's like 20 something, right? So I'm thinking that a lot of these dudes try to get with these girls that they feel like they never could get with back
Yeah,
before they got the money, right? Because this is like the third time Zion been exposed, right? The first time he was exposed in college, right? So he went to Duke and he was on a basketball scholarship, all of that. So he was on the basketball team. He went to Duke, and some white girl exposed him for hopping in her DMs. Right? She clearly wasn't interested in the dude, so she exposed him. That kind of got wiped away. The second time was with the Mariah Mills chick I just told you about, and then now the third time is with this girl. You know what I'm saying? And there's probably going to be a fourth time. I guarantee it's going to be a fourth time, and I hope not. I hope not.
I don't know why these OnlyFans girls is. I mean, I guess so. You gonna trade? Like, is y'all really about the coin? Because, like you said, she could have got more. So y'all rather get clout than money? Like,
Yeah.
I would. Y'all need to be quiet.
So and that's the thing. Like, do you like? I think the clout is worth more than money to them. You feel me?
Right.
Which is stupid. that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, clout ain't paying your bills. Okay, so that's number one. And clout ain't what it's all worked up to be. I'm telling you that right now.
Right.
Right. So yeah, and I don't even know why she did it. I think it was just to do it. I really think that she did that, which is dumb. Like, you messing up your money. So now not only is Zion not gonna mess with you, now you got others that may have
Right.
been interested in dealing with you. Now they don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that you're gonna run your mouth.
And you clearly needed it. You only had $600 before, so you really should have shut up.
Basically, like, you clearly not managing your own stuff right. You know what I'm saying? You $600. I
And you got invested athletes. Like, come on, girl.
I ain't asking no questions. But all right, I guess we can leave that alone. But so I think the next one was well, we kind of already touched on it, but the Cardi B and
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs thing. So first of all, I did see that Cardi B was she kind of got into it with Jessie Woo, right?
Oh yeah.
So she got into it with her. And I watch Jessie. I don't agree with everything that Jessie says, but I do watch her from time to time. I think she gives pretty decent takes for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I agree with her. Now, I did see like half the video that she made, because she did make a response video to her.
Hmm.
And basically, like, she was just saying that apparently Cardi B took everything out of context. Like, she wasn't really speaking on her child and saying that she had a revenge baby on
Hmm.
Offset, and basically said, like, Cardi B, she always has problems with black women, that kind of stuff. Right. So Cardi B came back again, because she gonna respond. Say, like, it don't matter what it is, she gonna respond to you. And so she basically was like, y'all always talking on her, and then when she talked back, basically y'all like to play the victim card. You know what I mean? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because you said the girl had a revenge baby. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
what other way she's supposed to take that. Like,
yeah,
maybe they don't be expecting. They don't know. Like, they just throwing it out there. They don't know if Cardi's gonna respond or not. If she do, now had she not said nothing,
yeah,
Thornton probably would have just kept going with that. It would have been no, oh, trying to retract her statement. They
yeah,
definitely just throwing it
yeah,
out there, and depending on if she reply or not.
yeah. I mean, I've kind of said my piece on it. So, I have, like I said, I have like a bunch of different socials. I said on TikTok, basically, like, Cardi is not the best decision maker. All right. Like, that's just, it just is what it is. Right now, we all not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, you are a public figure, right? Like, you got millions of fans. And we're going to talk about the fans thing in a second, because I really don't think she has as many fans as it's being put out there. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think that she do, but that's a whole nother conversation. But it's like, you doing all this stuff, right? And people can respect the flaws that you have, right? They can respect that. But when you start doing stuff that obviously is going to impact kids, impact young children, you just bought a whole nother, like, we can't talk crap about Nick Cannon and then excuse what you're doing. Like, we can't do
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nick Cannon got like 20,000 kids that he has. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what, like your third kid, what I'm saying? Third, fourth child. And it's a different dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And you literally just had a kid. You just had a kid, and then you turn around and make another one with basically a stranger. Like he a stranger. Like you don't know Stefan like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not for you to immediately have a kid with him right after you jump out of a marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if she. I mean, because I am a Cardi B fan,
Yeah.
but when she came on pregnant for real, I'm like, hey, man, it is kind of crazy because you
Yeah.
literally just left
Well,
off.
okay. So, all right, you said you're a fan. All right, bet. I will concede to that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Are you so much of a fan where you can excuse nonsense?
No, no, no. Now I know, right from wrong. Now her getting pregnant back to back like that, I definitely would have had aborted mission because
Got you.
that just
Got
looks
you.
crazy.
Got you. But see, you have sense. See, a lot of other, what I'm saying, the Cardi fans, they don't have no sense. They running around trying to justify it. Like, oh well, like, no, there is no, I know. Like it's just, this is what happened, and this isn't cool. And here's the thing. We just talked about how Stefan Diggs is honestly worse than Offset. You know what I'm saying? Like he worse. Like Offset don't got a bunch of people out here talking about how they would never have a daughter around him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He now out here strangling people. You know what I'm saying? So, just putting it out there. But now a lot of people are saying that she was kind of involved in the whole situation with Stefan Diggs and the personal chef, right? Saying that like, you know, she was like basically trying to, I guess, pay her off or like get her to stop, you know, going forward and talking about the situation. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I did see something about she sent a text saying like it's not that serious or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Well, they say it's a girlfriend, which I'm assuming was Cardi, but and that's really like I said, what I like. I am like a fan, so I do hate the fact that I feel like he gonna bring her down. Like
yeah,
him and all his stuff is gonna bring her down, because I feel like Cardi really is in love with him.
yeah,
So she doing all this trying to pay the girl off. If he really strangled her, you don't need no parts in that. You need to get away from that. And you telling her it's not that serious. He's trying to pay her off. Like I think he's just gonna bring her down. Like she just should have. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
believe she did that.
yeah. I mean, listen, I think that he's definitely going to bring her down 1,000% because he's already bringing himself down. You know what I mean? Like Stephon Diggs is not. He's a good player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to down him like that, but he's definitely not. He ain't the greatest dude. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I mean? We can kind of get past that, but we just will see kind of how it plays out. But I hope for the best, man. Now, also before we do that, do you think that her tour is going to be good? Because she's supposed to be touring soon. So since you are a fan, are you going to go to the tour?
So I did want to go, but I'm a like want to do. I wanted to do the meet and greet, but by the time I caught on to it, they were like all sold out. So
Mm,
I'm a fan, and I will go like see you, but I want to meet you, and I feel like if I'm not gonna meet you, I could just watch it on TV or when it come out on a streaming service. So
yeah.
I'm not actually going to her show, but I
Hmm.
do think it's going. I think it is going to be good because she's just been out for so long. She ain't really
Right.
this her album after what 5? I don't know how many years. So I
Yeah.
think it is going to be good and highly anticipated.
So this is her second. So it's her second album, right? So it's definitely highly anticipated, but the thing is, it's like how much, because again, she hasn't been, so she's not like Chris Brown, right? Chris Brown, he performs almost every year. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a tour almost every year, every other year. So he's constantly outside. Is she gonna have a good show? Like, is she gonna, because she gonna have to, make sure that endurance is up, make sure that she can actually perform because
Yeah,
people gonna pay top dollar to come see you. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? So
yeah, she's been down for a while. Yeah,
yeah. So are you so let's say her meet and greet is like $1,000. You gonna meet her?
yeah. I would. I'm gonna say I paid that much to meet Kevin Hart. So
Oh real?
yeah, yeah. Like if I'm
Okay.
a fan for, because I'm not like a fan like that for a
Yeah.
lot of people. A
Yeah.
lot of people I will just watch when they come on streaming services. So to me, Cardi, yeah,
Okay. All right. Well. Go ahead with your man. So that because listen, man, so the last concert I actually went to, I think it was a Drake concert. So I'm in Philly, right? So he came to Philly. I want to say about maybe 2 3 years ago, and I went. You know, that was like the last concert I remember going to. So, but it was dope. It was dope. I'm married, so my wife went to Beyonce concert last year. The what is it?
What
Um,
was the Cowboy Carter?
Cowboy Card. That's what it is. Yes, she went to Cowboy Card. I was gonna say Breezy Bowl or whatever, but Cowboy Carter. So she enjoyed it. It was in Jersey, up at MetLife Stadium. So but she didn't do no meet and greet, none of that, because I'm sure those tickets probably would have been ridiculous.
Real
But
20K.
so I actually just saw this before we got on, right? So I know you was talking about the whole Papoose and Clarissa Shields thing, right? What's up with Clarissa Shields? Like, why does she constantly talk about this man? It was crazy as Papoose don't say nothing. Like, I don't want to say nothing, but he does not talk about her the way that she talk about him, and that's very evident.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Something wrong with her. I said something. I think something wrong with her. Like,
I do. I 100%. I do. I 1,000% think something's wrong. Yo, every single day you talking about this man. Like, that's got to be uncomfortable. It's got to be uncomfortable. You talking about this man
mhm,
every second of the day. So I don't know. Like, I mean, do you feel like it's definitely not fake? Like, you can't fake something like this for this long. Like, she really do care about that man.
mhm.
So I don't know. Do you feel like it's too much or?
Yeah, it's very, very, very cringy, and she just be looking crazy. And I remember I asked my Twitter, like, because I don't know her outside of this whole Papoose thing. So I usually ask Twitter because they be in a loop more than I do. So I'm
Yeah,
like, is something really wrong with Clarissa? And then they reminded me that she's a boxer, so she done got hit in the head a lot of
yeah,
times. So that's
yeah,
definitely what it's given because
yeah.
they be saying like, "Oh, this her first boyfriend, this her first boyfriend." I
Yeah.
think she was engaged before, so I'm like, "Is
Uh
that her first boyfriend?"
she may have. I don't know if I don't know about that, but she may have been, but she definitely is going ridiculously crazy over this man. And it's just like, yo, I feel like it wouldn't be so bad if like the man was actually divorced, because from what I understand, he's not actually divorced yet. So
Right.
I mean, but then again, Remy and Papoose, they haven't been seen together in a while. So I don't know. But like it just looked crazy. It just looks crazy. Like, why are you talking about this man? And then the other day she was talking about, I know how he likes his eggs. Don't talk about
She just,
it's just
no, it's
crazy.
cringy. It's so cringy. I don't know.
I don't understand her. Like I mean I get it, like you a boxer, you've been hitting the head a lot, but like she's clearly not like that stupid, because like she's smart enough to be as good as she is, you know what I'm saying? Like she clearly got a head on her shoulders, but like I feel like she's on the type of time where it's like all publicity is good publicity type stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like she feels like, kind of like, maybe this is my 2 cents, I feel like she think the more she talk about Papoose, the more she's, people will talk about her, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. All I know is Papoose don't talk nearly enough about her the way she do about him.
At
I
all,
don't
but
know.
I see people saying that she's trolling us back.
Mm.
And I'm just like, it still don't look good on you, even if you was. It
It,
doesn't. It's not a good look, regardless of if you trying to troll us back. It
it
doesn't look good.
it don't look good, and that. So here's the thing about it, because see, I understand why, like, but so if you're gonna troll the internet, right? You gotta troll the internet and then stop. You you keep going, like you keep doing it, like like nobody at this point, like nobody cares no more. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody cares. Do you care? I don't care.
Mm, mm-mm.
So
It's really crazy. I'm tired of it. Take us out the chat.
it's just annoying. Like, please take it. And it's funny because
Yeah.
whenever they post her on the blogs, like all the comments will be like, "Yo, take me out the group chat, please." Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But she keeps forcing it. She keeps forcing it. So I guess that kind of brings me to the next thing that you want to talk about, which was the Blueface Krishan stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. on Twitter, I literally had to block the name Blueface and Krishan. I had to block them because every single day they was on my timeline doing stupid stuff. This was before Blueface got locked up, right?
Hmm.
So I can't with them too. I can't with the two. But what was it that you wanted to talk about with them?
Well, I'm the same. I haven't muted them, but
Yeah,
I have taken me out of that group chat too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it was just, I guess Krishan is getting into boxing now because Clarissa
yeah,
still has
yeah,
congratulated her or
yeah.
something like that. But I just really feel like she just needs to get off the internet too.
I can't
Her and Blue Place, it's too much. It's
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. It's just like it was every day. Every day something was happening. And it was just like, yo, like at some point. Now here's what I do. Here's what I feel bad about. I feel bad for her kid, right? Because apparently, like her, because she got a son, right?
right.
So the son, a lot of people are talking about like the son's development and like, you know, it looked like, the son may have like some special needs or something like that. And she's like being neglectful. I don't know. But I do feel bad for the kid. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you have some really whacked out parents, and it's crazy. Now, Blueface was kind of always a wild card. He was kind of always like out there, and obviously, like that's a result of the relationship that he got with his mom, and that's a
Hmm.
whole nother situation right there. Because I think he said to his mom, like, "Yo, I'm not your man. Like stop treating
Hmm.
me like that." You know what I mean? Which again, that's a whole nother conversation. But from what I understand, Krishan wasn't always this crazy or this whacked out. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people saying that she, was actually a pretty girl at one point. Like, she was into like fitness and stuff like that, or track or something. Did you know about that or no?
Yeah, so I did see stuff online concerning that, but I don't really follow their story. But I did see like she was normal before that, and I don't know what blue. I think I don't know. Maybe it's just becoming famous. Maybe the money. Well, no, because she seemed like because she was going crazy over Blue
Mm-hmm.
Place with the
Mm-hmm.
six tattoos and everything. So I guess a guy, if you maybe she don't have a good relationship with her dad or something. I don't know because she definitely it goes hard for Blueface
Yeah.
and her dedication. For him to change you that much, where you
Yeah.
just went down after that, and
I,
then I don't know. She just
I don't know. I truly don't know. And like I said, I just really wish the best for the kid.
yeah.
Like I want the kid to be okay because at the end of the day, the kid ain't have a choice. To be in a situation. As far as the parents, I could really get, I could really care less. I could really care less about them too, man. Like they really annoy the crap out of me because it's like the stuff that they
Yeah.
do, the stuff that they do, I feel like it's just all for attention. Yo, like at some point, can y'all get yourself together? Like, can y'all get like
Yeah.
yo, Blueface, can you take them tattoos off? Like, you know what I'm saying? You look crazy, and like so do you feel like the more tattoos you have, the dirtier you look?
Them face tattoos will definitely do it. He like overweight, so it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, he
yeah,
looks extremely dingy. Maybe if he
yeah,
was, I don't know, them face tattoos do it every time. I don't care what you look like, and then they
yeah,
all over the face, like
yeah,
all over.
yeah.
No,
And I think he got that before he went to prison, right? I
I don't know
think.
if he had like some on his face before prison, but
Okay.
it wasn't like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, because I think he got him in prison. Because I
Yeah.
think there was a picture that popped up on the blogs with him in jail, and he had that on his face. So I can't do it with them two, man. And it's just like at first it was cool. At first it was like all right, but then it just kept going. I feel like it was. I felt like through COVID, that's when it really kind of ramped up. I feel
Hmm.
like 2021, 2022 it was like prime Blueface and Krishan time. I don't know. And wasn't she on Baddies or something like that, or was she on like one of them other shows?
She was on Baddies. Now I don't watch Baddies, but I do see like the clips when
Mm-hmm.
because she was on there, and then now she has like drama with her sister. It's just always something negative, and it's
Yeah,
just like it's never
yeah.
nothing positive with y'all. It's just drama, like
But I mean, I'm sure that the shade room and neighborhood talk and all the blogs love it because they get constant content out of it. Now here's the thing, kind of like a one off, right? as far as like all the socials between Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, like which one's your favorite that you go that like your go to?
Right now I would say Twitter, because so like when you get on Instagram, well, no, because not necessarily, because not on Snapchat either. Because you can kind of decide what you see, sort
Yeah,
of. It's not as bad as when you get on Instagram or Facebook and people telling all these stories. It's just a lot of drama. It's always death on Facebook, so I don't like that.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
But I just like the fact that you can't. Well, I guess now people can talk a lot more, but you can't really talk that much on Twitter,
Yeah,
as you can on Facebook and then Instagram. I like Instagram, but I don't like the fact that it's always somebody seeking clout on there.
yeah,
So I would
yeah.
say Twitter is definitely my favorite. Yeah, Twitter is definitely my favorite.
Okay. Cause so here's the thing. So when I hit you up, right? So when I hit you up for, just the collab and everything, did you see so you saw the message? What where did that pop up at? Did it pop up in like your main inbox or was it like another inbox that it popped up
No, because I had a notification and it popped up in my main, but
in?
I
Okay.
really don't like clicking. So, as you know how on the iPhone you can get, like, you get the notification, and if you
Yeah.
touch on it, you can see what the
Yeah,
message
okay.
is.
Got you, got you, got you.
So I did that because I don't like actually clicking on my DMs, because ever since they changed it,
Yeah.
it'll say like 200 and something messages,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I hate that notification.
Okay.
So most of the time, if I can see your message pop up on my notifications on my iPhone, then I would just try to preview and see the message there, then decide if I'm gonna click on it. But it was
Got
in
you.
my main inbox.
Got you. Okay. Because the only reason why I asked is because, when I'm like sending messages to people, it's like, are y'all seeing it? Or like, is it because like I literally get like, it's not even like I get seen, left on red. It's just like I send it and like no response. You know what I'm saying? And like, you can check to see like if it's been seen, like if somebody saw the message and like it's like nobody's seeing it. So it's like, but I know that they changed the way that the messages are sent. So it's like, that's why I asked, like, was it in your main inbox or was it like in another folder? Because if it's in another folder, then that probably explains why nobody is responding. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it depends on if you follow each other, because it is different categories. It's
yeah,
like main, unread, whatever, whatever. But like people that's not following me, I don't know even what it's called now. But that's a totally different folder. So I don't see those messages unless I click on that. So I think it really just depends on if you guys follow each other.
got you. Got you. Well, I'll keep that in mind because, I'll be like, yo, like, what the hell is going on? But remember, we was talking about the TikTok couple, right?
Right.
So apparently the husband has said something. So he basically released a statement saying, um, he made choices that he's not proud of. Okay. So he said, I want to begin by apologizing to Christy, our family, and everyone who has been impacted by the public attention surrounding the situation. I know this news has been disappointing for many, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt that it caused. Christy is the mother of my children, and that will always come first. I remain fully committed to being an active, present, and loving parent to our boys, as I've always been. Christy and I face challenges and made sincere efforts to work through them toward the end of 2025. I wanted to separate, and I had conversations with Christy regarding this. During this period, I made choices that I'm not proud of. Okay, you said that. I took responsibility for those actions. I shared this with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. I ask for privacy and compassion as we navigate this difficult chapter of our lives. Thank you to everyone who has supported us over the years. I'm grateful for that support and will continue sharing my love for cooking and the things that inspire me. I hope you'll continue that journey with me. What you think about that?
So it may be, I don't know, it may not be the whole man situation, like how you were saying when the athletes become famous and now they have access to females that they didn't have access to before.
Yeah.
So maybe now that they're social media famous, he has
Yeah.
access. I'm pretty sure because a lot of people unfortunately don't respect marriage. So I'm pretty sure it's females sliding in his DM and he probably got caught up. It may not have been a man. It may just be that because then he said he wanted to separate, like it
Yeah,
was his idea.
yeah.
So if you probably want to be in the streets, and I don't know why, because it ain't nothing in the streets. So
He say that the street. Well, listen, I ain't got to worry about that. But so here's the thing: most of the time, like in this situation, that it did happen. But like you said, he's making it seem like it was his idea, right?
mhm.
But she was the one that filed, right? So it's like, all right, whose idea was it? You know what I'm saying? Was it yours or was it hers? Because if it was yours, then you would have just filed. You know what I'm saying? You would have been like, you know what, I'm cutting it off. I don't want it to continue. You know, I messed up and whatever. But clearly he, feels a lot of remorse for what he did, I'm assuming, because it doesn't seem like it's like a chat GPT kind of statement. You know what I'm saying? Like normally people put out these fake statements, you know what I mean? Especially when they have like these large followings. So I don't know. I don't know. We're
And
gonna
I
have to
wonder
see.
why did he mention that it was he wanted to separate, like you said, but you didn't file. So why did you throw
Yeah.
that in there?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that
That's
was
what I'm
kind of
saying.
weird.
Yeah, like that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, interesting. So we just going to see kind of what she says, right? She's most likely gonna have a different a different approach to this whole situation. But all right, well, whatever. I just happened to see that because it literally just popped up. But okay, so you say you like, so you like Twitter, right? I like Twitter, but I would feel like out of all of them, YouTube is probably my go-to right now. Mind you, I'm being a little biased because I do YouTube and stuff, but I just feel like I don't know, like YouTube just makes time pass by, and there's a lot of things that I'm into, a lot of content that I like to watch, so it's just very easy to kind of get lost in stuff. I can watch my sports, I can watch other YouTubers that I like, things like that. I could just sit on YouTube for hours and watch stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'll probably say after that, probably my next is probably Twitter. That's probably what I go to. But I'm working hard, trying to kind of build up my platforms. It's a grind. It really is. But here's the thing: you got like, don't you have like 30,000 followers or something like that? How did that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that happen?
So like, cause it says I had that in Twitter page for a while. I think it say since like 2012.
Yeah.
But I've never been active on it. So I had another page prior to that,
Mhm.
and I couldn't get back into that one. So I created another page, but that was just, and I was only like following celebrities. I wasn't tweeting or anything like that.
Yeah.
So like, what's the 2025? So maybe like the beginning of 2024 or the end of 2023. I don't know what made me say, well, let me be more active on Twitter. So I started going back on Twitter, and in the beginning, I was doing like follow trains, which I don't
Mhm.
know if you see those on
Yeah.
Twitter.
Hmm.
Yeah, in the beginning, I was doing that, and that's really how I gained a lot of my following. Maybe got to like 5K.
Yeah.
And then after that, once you just start talking and once you get maybe like a couple people with a lot of followers to follow you and they start retweeting and then it just grew
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
from that. But really how it got started was the follow trains and then eventually now they come organically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the follow train.
Okay. Gotcha. Because I'm like, because so here's the thing. I did at one point. I had like over 40,000 followers on Twitter, right? But then they like, of course, like they do with everybody. They clipped my account, right? They straight just deactivated it or banned it or whatever, right? For whatever reason. I kept trying to get it back. I got it back one time, and then they just took it away for no reason again, right? So I have the account that I have now, but like I feel like it's for me. It's just been so much harder to grow that freaking account. Like I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if Twitter is just different since Elon took it over. I don't know, but like it's ridiculous.
Well, so when people say, like, when I see people like, oh, deleted at 40K or banned or whatever
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
thing is, I'm like, well, what are y'all be doing? Because that scares me. I'm like, dang, because I don't
yeah,
have a backup page. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what do people be doing? But you said they took yours for no reason.
So yeah, so basically like I said, it was around like 41K, right? That's where I remember being at. And then I think it was basically they thought I was like some sort of bot or something. And mind you, I wasn't doing nothing crazy. Like it wasn't like I was sending out stupid like, messages or I was like tweeting back to back to back to back, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing none of that. I didn't have like cuz some people use like
The
those
follower app or something like
yeah,
that.
like stuff like that, you know what I mean? But it was one of those type of situations where like they took it away. I appealed it, and then they I guess after like so many different appeals, they finally said, "All right, cool, you can have your account back." So I had it back, and then I think maybe after like a couple months, they took it away. So, but the thing is, it happens so frequently. So honestly, I don't want to put no bad juju in the air, but it could happen to you. Just say,
I don't
I
even know
don't want
about
that though. I don't want that though. You know what I'm saying? But it could happen because they be clipping everybody, especially if you black. I'm gonna just be real. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing: social media is nothing without black people in it. I'm gonna just be real. You know what I'm saying?
that.
Like social media would be a very boring place to be if black people didn't have a social media. You know what I'm saying? So they come after us first. There's that. But okay. So I guess my question would be because like I said, I did check out, your YouTube channel. I know you don't really have like, you say you don't really have much on it, but do you plan on kind of continuing that? Because, I definitely could see you doing more with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like you seem to already be a natural at it. So
Yeah, so like I said, this year I did want to get back to it because my whole idea with my YouTube was to um like have parties with my Twitter followers. So like have them all like on a little Zoom call and we do like questions and stuff like that. So that was the whole idea for my YouTube.
mhm.
So I did say this year I want to get back to it because a lot of people do ask me like, are you gonna do your YouTube? Are you gonna do your YouTube?
Yeah.
So I do want to get back into it this year. I don't know exactly when. Definitely
Mhm.
before maybe like March or something. I don't know. But I do
Yeah.
want to get back into it this year, period.
Yeah.
But yeah, last year, 2025, just wasn't the year for me. And I'm a Capricorn, which I don't believe in the whole I'm a Capricorn, so this, I'm a Capricorn, so that.
Yeah.
But everybody know that Capricorns are kind of like perfectionists. And I feel like if I wasn't all the way together, it wasn't going to come out how I wanted it to be. But yeah, I can see myself going back to do it, especially since I started something. I don't want to just
Mhm.
let it go like that. So definitely this year, hopefully. That's the
Okay.
plan though.
Well, listen, like I said, I'm biased, so I would really, saying want you to do it because, it's definitely a good like I said, you already are doing it, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well just keep it up, you know what I mean? Might as well keep it up. And listen, if you do feel like, you want some ideas or whatever the case may be, obviously hit me up, I can help you out and all of that, because a lot of this stuff is just trial and error, honestly. You know what I mean? But the good news is for like, so in order to try to be successful on YouTube, all of the answers to your questions are on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's a little easier than like trying to be um like trying to grow on like Twitter or Instagram or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Because I don't like
so
these whole how the apps want you to basically pay to be seen.
yeah,
Like, oh, boost this post, pay to be. Yeah, I don't like that. 'Cause I'm just
yeah,
like, why? How I have, if I have 30,000 followers, I should automatically be seen.
yeah,
So that's another thing I don't like. But I did notice, like, because I was watching other people's YouTubes when I was
yeah,
getting ready to do mine, and I did notice, like, you don't really have to worry about that
yeah,
on YouTube,
yeah.
rather. Yeah.
I would say like the one thing about a lot of these social media platforms is like the second that because everybody always talks about like social media not being fun, right? Like Twitter is not fun no more, and like Instagram, whatever, whatever. And I think once these apps started getting like the algorithms placed in them. Like once the algorithm started becoming like a part of social media, then I feel like that's when a lot of people said, you know what, like I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like remember when Instagram you could post a picture and then like within seconds, like everybody would see it. You know what I'm saying? And you would be able
Mhm.
to, it was like in chronological order.
Mhm.
Now it's like you could post a picture and don't nobody see it ever. And you can have like 10,000 followers and only like 1% of the people that follow you see it versus like Twitter. Like Twitter, ever since Elon took it over, it's been ridiculous. Like I could tweet something and like nobody sees it. It's like, I don't know. So I might have to hop on the follow train stuff. I don't know. You know what I
Well, I know
mean?
that's just people banned too, and I guess it just depends on because they be having like chat and all that where they be in the DM. I didn't do that, but the
Mm,
follow thing, yes. But with what you're saying, with how you a tweet and when no won't nobody see it because I had the check mark. I guess it's like
mm,
verified or whatever.
mm-hmm,
So when I first got it, I feel like it was like I was being seen, and you getting paid from that.
mm-hmm.
But recently I had stopped once it stopped paying for itself because I always said because it's like $11, and
Yeah,
I said once it stopped paying for itself, I don't want it anymore because I'm not going to pay for it.
yeah.
So once it stopped paying for itself, I stopped paying for it. I took it. I mean, I stopped subscribing to it like a month ago. I subscribed to it again. I'm like, well, let me see because it was like a Black Friday. I don't know if it's no, not maybe not Black Friday, but like maybe like a New Year deal or whatever. Like you can come back for like $1.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, let me come back and see if it's different now. If you, because I feel like I stopped being seen with the check mark too. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
they wasn't pushing my stuff out there. So I was like, well, let me come back to see if it's different. So I kept the check mark, and it seemed like as soon as I got the check mark back,
Mm-hmm.
none of my tweets was being seen. So I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, that's
Mm-hmm.
weird. But
Yeah.
when I stopped having the check mark, that's when I got a lot of my followers. When I didn't have the check mark anymore, that's when I
That's
got a lot of my followers.
that's
So I
very
think once you
interesting.
pay to be seen, yeah, I feel like once you pay to be seen, maybe because they don't want to pay you, so they don't want you to go viral. It's
Mm.
hard. I feel like it was harder with the check mark for real. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
my theory.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
wasn't being seen with the check mark.
You know what? That is a very good point because I feel like I literally have not, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I tweet stuff and like every now and again, what I'm saying? Like, it'll get seen, but it's like, I tweet like, a few times a day. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I feel like I'm just sending tweets out. And listen, it's not like I just, be tweeting just to try to go viral all the time, but it's just like, yo, like what's going on? You know what I mean? Like I have over 7,000 followers. Like why am I not getting any reach? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I feel like I haven't seen you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never. I didn't even know when I did see your DM. I'm like, okay, we must follow each other
yeah, yeah,
because I could actually see it.
yeah,
But I'm like, I've never seen his tweets, and I seen like you have the YouTube and stuff. I'm like, I've
yeah,
never seen him on my. But even my timeline now, it's like people retweeting from viral, like just retweeting
yeah,
viral tweets. That's
yeah,
all I see, and I'm just like, and so the whole thing
yeah,
is messed up.
yeah. And so I think when they added two different tabs, so it's the
Mhm.
following tab and then it's the like the followers tab.
Yeah,
You know what
for
I'm
you
saying?
or something
For
like that.
you. That's what it is. So I'll be on the for you tab. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's where like your like the algorithm sets it up for you. But then in the other tab, it's like the people that you follow and the one people that are following you. And that's where kind of you see everybody tweet. But it's just like just have it all on one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like why split it? Like it's annoying. It's
Yeah,
annoying.
they definitely make it hard. It's probably harder now than it was before. So I can definitely imagine if it's harder for you now because
Yeah.
it's
That's
hard. It's hard for me now, and I got 30.
that's crazy that you said you couldn't see nothing. Like you can see nothing I put up. That's crazy.
Well,
That's
I
crazy. You
like when
couldn't
I
see
went to
nothing
your
I put
page,
up.
I seen it, but I never see you on my timeline. Not that I could remember.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, but they want you to
Okay.
boost tweets, so
Yeah. Nah, that's not happening. Actually, it's crazy talking about Krishan. I literally just saw this. So hold up. Okay. She said Went from getting jumped in Compton after praying with those kids to sign a major boxing deal. All glory to Jesus. So here's my question, right? How serious do you think she's even gonna be with this boxing?
Uh, Not really. Though her the way she's been in the past, I don't think she's gonna. Well, I don't know. She likes to fight because that's all they doing, baddies. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't see why she wouldn't take it serious because that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think something going on with her mentally that she'll
Yeah.
probably find a way to mess it up. If
Mm-hmm.
she was to go in there and be serious, I feel like she'll find a way to mess it up. I feel like she
Mm-hmm.
wants to be serious,
Yeah.
but will she do what she needs to do for it to be serious? I don't think so.
I don't think she's gonna take it seriously, but anything to keep her in the limelight, basically.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it, like, a lot of people want to be sympathetic to her, but like I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just on it. So anyway, I guess going back to that idea that you said, right? Where you wanted to kind of have like, your Twitter followers and everybody on like a Zoom call and stuff. So like basically like a panel essentially.
Kind of like no, like a party. So you
Mm,
know how I don't. So Young Miami, how she had like the Carisha Please game.
yeah.
So not necessarily asking those questions, but
Oh,
like
gotcha,
asking
gotcha,
questions like
gotcha,
that. Kind of like
gotcha.
a party, okay. And then if you can't answer, which I don't even think you could do like shots and all that on
Yeah.
YouTube. But something
I
of
mean,
like that, like a
okay,
party.
okay. You know what? That actually sounds like a really good idea. That sounds like a really good idea. I listen, if you did it, I'd be down for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be down for it for sure. Cause I was kind of because here's the thing, I see panels all the time, on YouTube. And like, do you do spaces on Twitter?
Mm-mm,
Like,
I
do you run
never.
spaces? Okay. So like I be in spaces from time to time. Like I don't, be in them like constantly, like some people on Twitter. Some people be on spaces for hours. I can't do that. You know what I mean? But like when I am in spaces and I see panels on YouTube, like for the most part, they okay. Some of them can be real messy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like that's just kind of where I'm like I'm off that. But I was thinking like, should I kind of do like something of that sort? And that's kind of where, this, was kind of coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, should I just do like, maybe like one, maybe two people at a time, or should I turn it into like a sort of panel situation where we can kind of discuss things? But you know, it'll grow and evolve. But like I said, this is like literally the first time doing anything like this, so I think it's going well so far. You know what I'm saying? We've been on here for like over an hour, so I think it's going well. Do you agree?
Yeah. This definitely gives me more of a feeling of what I wanted to do because I do want to do like the party type of thing, but I also like want a mixture. Like one episode is a party, one episode it may be just one person. We talking about something serious.
Hmm.
Don't know if I would want to do like something serious with a group because, like you said, like just people have different opinions, and I don't want any like drama or anything
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
I would probably do it with one person on a more serious note, but like a party scene too. So yeah, it's definitely yeah,
Hmm.
I like to. So I don't think you wow you reached out to me like I feel like everything happens for a reason, and the
Yeah.
fact that I was even thinking about starting my YouTube back, this is definitely getting me more pushing me more towards it rather. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I definitely you know I get what you're saying, because like I said, when I stopped my YouTube, like I did like a few videos, and at that time I was doing like, music reactions and things like that. You know what I mean? I stopped because I was kind of focusing on other things. And then like I said, COVID happened, and I was like, you know what? I still got my camera stuff. I still got, my stuff. So like let me just, try to pick it back up again. Now, granted, from 2017 to 2020, that's 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Like 3 years of updates, 3 years of trying to get to know a new system, things like that. So, you know, I picked it back up, and I've been doing it ever since. So, I definitely think that whatever you got planned or whatever you want to do, I'm down with it. And like I said, maybe this is something that we could do maybe like on a weekly basis, or however you know what I'm saying, whatever time that you got. I know you said that you procrastinate, so I got to give you a time, basically. You know what I'm saying?
This probably would never happen if he would have left it
Yeah,
up to me.
yeah, nah, I feel you. I get you. I get you. Listen, I don't really want to, keep you forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just wanted to kind of, shoot the shit with you. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that we did this. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not going to be no, you don't gotta be super proper or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? This is literally just, two comrades. You know what I'm saying? Two people just chilling. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'll let you go. I hit you back, on Twitter or whatever, and we can kind of go from there. All right.
Okay, well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed myself. This was fun.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, like I said, I'll hit you up on the next time, and we can go from there. All right.
Alrighty.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.